You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
The last words on my lips, I am a revolutionary.
Greetings, comrades. This is DJ Venom. Welcome to the first episode of the Rebel Broadcast, my monthly YouTube show on music, news, entertainment, and revolution. This month's episode, I sit down with Kim, the drummer from the indie group Matt and Kim, and we'll let you know about some events coming up and show you some clips about ones that have already happened. We'll also keep you updated with the Uzi News Network, the rapid-fire news that'll blow you away. Now remember, the Rebel Broadcast is a DIY show. All do it yourself. We don't have a lot of money for fancy lights or an awesome stage setting because we don't sell advertising or anything like that. To be honest, I don't even know how we afforded cameras for this show, to be honest with you. But
Happy. I ain't gonna be happy about it.
What do you mean I'm not going to be happy? So stick around. I hope you enjoy the first episode of the Rebel Broadcast. We'll get to our programming just as soon as I enjoy a delicious cup of Cafe Bustelo. More like music runs on Cafe Bustelo.
Alright. What the fuck am I doing with my life, Dave? Just shoot video. I have one job for you, Devin. Shoot some video. Like, not me. Like, we got DJs, we got girls dancing. We don't have girls dancing, Dave. None of them are even here, Dave. The dancers haven't even shown up yet. I am going to kill
What's up, everybody? DJ Venom here. It is Christmas, and I get to spend it with Kim, the drummer from Matt and Kim, who also happens to be my sister. So we had a good.
Wait, but first, I need to let everybody know we've had a tradition where all growing up, for our entire life, we would stay in the same room, and usually, back in the day, David would wake me up super early, around 5 a.m., usually by either sitting on me, punching me, or doing the spit drip.
I only did the spit drip once, I think.
Because I wouldn't get up.
Yeah.
So we've had this tradition going. But yeah, you broke it.
I did. I broke it.
So now it's on record that
it's on
you
record.
admitted.
I did it. I broke it. I swore it was going to be you. I can't believe Matt allows that to go on.
Well, here's the
doesn't
thing.
give you any crap.
I don't like to lose. There's no way I was gonna lose.
All right. Well, the reason we're here today is earlier today I posted about questions for the two of us, and some people wrote in some questions for us to answer. You ready?
I'm very curious.
Okay, hold on. One question was, did we always have similar tastes in music?
Yes, we did. Well, I don't know if it was we had similar tastes. I would just like whatever you liked because I just wanted to be like you.
Even though you're older than me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, growing up, we were definitely, in fact, that was another question about hip-hop influence, and we both came definitely from a hip-hop background.
Do you remember videotaping Yo MTV Raps?
All the time.
And then, like, I remember...
Fab Five Freddy, and then we'd also watch Rap City, which is on BET,
Yeah.
which is actually a better show. But there is an elusive tape that we just cannot find, that
Yes.
the Florida tape. It was me beatboxing and Kim rapping to Real Roxanne with UTFO. Somewhere that's out there. It's the first recording before Matt and Kim, before DJ Venom. There was Kim and Dave beatboxing and rapping, and we just can't find that tape. That's a shame.
If it ever surfaces, it has to go online.
Yep. The other question is, have we ever been in a band together?
Yes.
Scream Team. Do you want to describe this band?
Okay. So, who were we, like, maybe like 11, 12, 13, around that time frame somewhat. And we had a band with my dad's girlfriend's kids. And
We called them brother and sister.
Yeah,
we were
yeah.
that close. So.
And so we were the Scream Team, and I played a keyboard that was not plugged in. You played flower pots turned
Yes,
over.
I was originally the drummer, and it was flower pots that just had a piece of cardboard over it, and we didn't have drumsticks. We had like some regular stick that was just chopped up.
And like Rich was singing into a pool cue, and was Amy playing a tennis racket?
Nope, it was a guitar with no strings.
Oh.
Guitar with no strings.
I mean, we really.
How did we not make it? I mean, come on. We had all these classic elements of awesomeness.
What was who was the one we would cover the most?
Oh.
God, I remember the video.
Duran Duran was a big cover one. We did some Duran Duran.
But big hair, the metal dude.
Oh, Quiet Riot.
Quiet Riot.
Which is probably Scream Team, Quiet Riot. We probably stole that somehow, but yes.
Well, all right, and also, so Scream Team was up in the running for a band name for Matt and I. That was up there. So we were almost going to steal the name and take it over. And then we have
My lawyers. Stop that.
Dad. So we also now have this fan club, and it's called the Scream Team. So the name still exists. It's still out there.
Gotcha. Other question? That's not on my phone. Did you ever go to raves?
Oh yeah. I used to sneak out of the house to go to raves with you. And here's the great thing about divorced parents who don't talk to each other. You could tell one parent you're staying at the other's house and vice versa. And then you could go out to a rave all night and then show up in the morning and pretend like you were staying at the other parent's house.
All the secrets out now.
Yeah.
It's all.
I think I admitted it once.
Did you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I did. There was once though, we got in a really bad car
accident. Flipped the car over on the roof.
I ended up in the back hatch, and yeah, that was hard to like pull that one past.
Yeah, we were driving to a rave in Connecticut,
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Man, I remember I made a cute skirt with like stripes down the side. I had these thigh-high stockings on.
And I had a full case of breakbeat techno mixtapes to give the promoters. That we never made it.
No.
We never made it.
Those were the days.
Okay. The other question we had was, if we had to switch and you DJ and I was a drummer, who would be more successful? And I'm gonna just basically sit there and say, it's going to be you, because at one point you learned the art of beat matching. Not that you need that nowadays in DJing. Oh, and I also heard about some good some good booty house sets that you've been dropping.
It happened once.
Get those lawyers again. Where are they?
No, but so David used to teach me how to DJ. I was DJ Rogue. I have a tape. That probably sounds awful. It was all house. Yeah, maybe this needs to happen.
Maybe. But I will only play on flower pots with cardboard on the top. That's the only. That's gonna be.
That's gonna be the next level.
That's
like
it.
people are like, man, did you see that DJ? Nothing but flower pots.
The other question that I had was, do you have? What drives us musically? Was anyone in your family musicians?
Well, you were.
Yeah, but I mean, they're talking like, what? I mean, Dad wasn't a musician, neither was Mom, but they both always had music.
Yeah.
Like, my dad's got a huge record collection. My Uncle Fred has a huge record collection.
Aunt Jackie.
Aunt Jackie was like new wave queen. Introduced me to Gap Band, the Daz Band, like all this early funk stuff. So, my Uncle Fred played saxophone as well, but I wouldn't say that we were influenced by family members who were musicians, but I think we were influenced by family members who just loved music, and that put it into us, and that's, because I mean, we were, most kids at young ages, were buying toys and stuff like that. I remember both of us, buying music. Like, we would go out, we would get, little 45s or everything like that, and anything I got, I used to record on a tape, and, we'd play it back and forth, so.
But I also think it's the vibe of music was something we were drawn to. I think we were both very energetic people who, while yes, you're a little darker in spirit, you still like fun and good times. And I think that's kind of the whole music scene, and even going to the raves and like going to see shows, it's about that kind of community that's there to have a good time and forget the rest of the shit in the world for just a night of like letting loose. You get a little darker.
I did, just a little bit. And question is, have we ever collabed on something? We did. I did the one remix.
Yes.
It was very difficult because, as you said, most of my music's darker and stuff like that. So taking the elements of your song and bringing it, that upbeat positive with dark beats, it was a little difficult.
But you killed it. It's so good.
But you know why I killed it? Because instead of what normal remixers do, by just taking a couple of vocals, I took your drums, I sampled the drums, so all the drums on that track were actually your drums.
Yes!
So.
No, you gotta go check it out. Can you put a link below? You can put a link below.
Get mine right there. See? Right here. Someone will do this in After Effects. All right, well, we're gonna go downstairs. We're at our relative's house right now.
We're gonna shout out Aunt Kathy and Uncle Donat for letting us come up and shoot this video. There's about 50 family members downstairs.
Yo, our Uncle Donat is a hardcore conservative, so I'm gonna go preach a little communism to him right now. So we'll probably be here till 1 in the morning.
Black sheep of the family.
That's it. All right, you can go shut that off, Kim.
I don't know how. Do I hit this one?
That's it. That works. I don't understand the sunglasses thing. It's about 8 p.m. or something right now. Corey Hart over here, sunglasses at night.
Welcome to the Uzi News Network, rapid fire news that will blow you away with your host, DJ Venom.
Thank you, I'm DJ Venom, and this is the Uzi Network News. For over 6 months, we were watching the historic campaign of the Sioux Standing Rock Tribe and its battle against the Dakota Access Pipeline. There was a bit of a victory for a little bit when the Army Corps of Engineers rejected an easement to allow the pipeline construction to continue. But the fight isn't over. According to BusinessWire.com, Energy Transfer Partners and Sunoco Logistics Partners released a statement saying They are fully committed to ensuring that this vital project is brought to completion and fully expect to complete construction of the pipeline without any additional routing. Now you have to say, why are they so optimistic? Well, the Wall Street Journal reported a Trump spokesperson telling reporters, "We support construction of DAPL and will review the situation when we're in the White House. It looks like round 2 is on the way. Stay strong, Standing Rock." Russian and Turkish jets teamed up to carry out airstrikes against ISIL fighters in northern Syria. Now, these two countries were on opposite sides during the Syrian conflict, but recently signed a memorandum of deconfliction earlier this month, and now they are also the main organizers in a new round of peace talks to begin in Kazakhstan on January 23rd. President Obama commuted the remaining prison sentence of Chelsea Manning, the Army intelligence analyst convicted of a 2010 leak that revealed American military and diplomatic activities across the world, notably the U.S. helicopter attacking civilians and journalists in Iraq in 2007. She has already served 7 years of a 35-year sentence, and she will be released in May. Those looking to see if Edward Snowden will also be pardoned, not looking good. Representatives Obama stated that, unlike Chelsea Manning, Snowden chose to flee to Russia rather than facing his sentence. It's also interesting to see if Julian Assange will fulfill his promise of being extradited to the U.S. if Chelsea Manning was released. We'll see if that happens. The prospect of a two-state solution in the Israeli-Palestinian situation is looking worse. The UN Security Council voted in favor of a resolution to halt settlement activity by Israel in occupied Palestinian territory near the Gaza Strip. The US could have vetoed this, but they chose to actually abstain from the vote, which is something that they've never done before. Two people who are very upset about this, Israel and Donald Trump. Vice President Joe Biden received the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Yeah, we all love the Joe Biden memes, and it's funny, but don't forget that he was the senator that drafted the RAVE Act back in 2003 that made it nearly impossible to find a venue to throw events. Thanks, Uncle Joe. Superstar DJ Keoki was arrested in New York after he called 911 to report the death of Thomas Felty, whose apartment Keoki was visiting. According to the New York Post, police arrived at the apartment and found a bag full of gallon-sized Ziploc bags of methamphetamine, as well as cocaine and ecstasy. How this will affect my gig with him on January 20th in San Francisco? I don't know. Maybe I'll be spinning longer. January 20th, Inauguration Day. We welcome President Donald Trump. I'd like to preface this by saying I am not a Trump supporter. I am also not a Hillary Clinton supporter. I do not favor either the Republicans or the Democrats, and publicly have stated I feel a third party that represents the working class is extremely necessary in this country. But as scared as I am of Donald Trump, I mean, we're going to go a little opinion piece here, but I mean, look at the rest of who he's surrounding himself with. Like, all right, Mike Pence, Vice President, guess. Jeff Sessions, Betsy DeVos, James Mattis, Ben Carson, Scott fucking Pruitt as the EPA administrator.
This has been a presentation of the Uzi News Network, sponsored by Morlock Music, Socialist Alternative, and Mission Control.
All right, Stephen Bannon. I can't even forget Stephen Bannon. This is... Yo, player, this is how rave superstars like to roll. It's also how you roll if you have $100 in ones because you run a club night, and you have $100 that you owe your Uncle Fred because he's better than you at fantasy baseball.